Hi guys, welcome to Tourist Bus Simulator, where you find me on the cliffs at La Parede. Why am I at La Parede? Well, I thought it might be useful to cover a few things that I know people have been having trouble with from what I've seen online, and saying that it could be bugs or whatever when actually they're not. Just before we do, just to look at the statistics, I'm at level 16. My company's TAB buses, stands for there and back. We take people there, we bring them back. We've completed 232 tours as a company, lost 9. Quite sure why we've lost 9, but we've lost some. I've got 3 drivers, 1 mechanic, 1 guide and 4 vehicles. Okay, and almost $1 million in the bank. I did have over $1 million, but I spent 300,000 on a brand new coach, so we're making money, which is the main thing, I guess. That's the reports. If I go to finances, you see we're taking 60 grand in the last 7 days and weekly expenses are 41, so we're making money. Okay, and I have paid off 1 loan. I've only got 1 loan at the moment because it takes a second one at the beginning. Okay, so La Parede, why are we here? Well, I'm in the car, not a bus for the purposes of this, so there's my car parked at La Parede. Now, first thing is second bus. Some people have had problems picking up their second bus. I did to begin with, and the reason is that when you get your first bus, it is delivered to the harbour at Puerto del Rosario, which is the capital of the island, and it's delivered out here, and you go and pick your bus up. And when you buy a second one, you might think, well, it's going to be in the same place, and it might be, but it might not, because there are 3 harbours in the game. There is another one at Coralejo, which was an old smuggling town apparently, but it's up there. There's another harbour up there, and Morro Jable, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing these right, but live with it. Down here, there's another harbour down here. So when you get your second bus, it could actually be at any one of those 3 harbours. And so therefore you need to check the route on the map and have a look and see which harbour it's actually at. So that should solve that problem if people are having problems finding their second bus. Next one will be the shuttle services. I've seen comments where people say, okay, I've got a shuttle service, I've gone off to the first stop and the passengers won't get on. They're all standing outside with an icon above their head and won't get on the bus. The reason they won't get on the bus is for a shuttle service you actually have to go out, undo the luggage door because some of them will have luggage, and you have to check them in very much as we did in Fernbus, and some of them will not be for your service, so you need to be careful to make sure you're only checking the right people. So you need to do that on shuttle services. Also, when you first take the shuttle service from the orders from the fax machine, if it's going somewhere and coming back, like coming out to this place and then going back to the hotel where you pick them up, when you take it and you say, okay, I'm going to do it in this bus, you need to do that twice, because you need to do it for the outward journey and the return journey. Otherwise, you might find they won't get on for the second one because no bus or driver is allocated. Okay, sightseeing tours. There seems to be an issue with not being able to check to select all of the sightseeing places that you found in the game to run tours to, and I've raised this with TML and I'm hoping for an answer fairly soon. They're normally pretty quick at responding to things. So hopefully we might find out why certain places are not coming up on the sightseeing planner for you to actually include them, and this is actually one of them. So this is the one that I've used an example and said, why isn't this coming up, why can't I do a sightseeing tour to here? So that may be a little thing that needs tweaking in the game. The other thing is, with a sightseeing tour, you might think, obviously you've got a guide who gives a little bit of commentary and blah blah blah, but you might think that once you get to the place where you're going, they all get off the bus, you tell them be back in an hour, and they all come back. That doesn't actually happen at the moment. What happens when you pull up at a stop on your tour is you open the back door and then time will skip forward a short amount and they're effectively back on the bus and ready for you to go. So you then close the back door and carry on to the next stop. So that's how that works. But what I have found online is that a number of people are, once they've got to say La Parade, there is other things you can do which some people are not doing, and therefore not picking up these places that could be used for sightseeing. So I'm just going to show you that when you arrive here, your bus is roughly here somewhere. So this is where you basically park and let your passengers off. And La Parade looks very nice, and if you look around, oh, there's this archway. What's this? And there's this wooden walkway. Well, you probably wouldn't think to go down there, but there actually is an advantage in doing so, and I'm going to show you what that is. So you trek off down this long wooden walkway, and it is long. Be warned, it is long. Lovely views in a minute, but it is a long way down. So we'll trek down here. Here you come to views of the sea, look. This is the surfing area here, so as you will see. But we have to go all the way down this thing. And it is a long way. But I came out here with a shuttle service, dropped them off, and then thought, I wonder what's down there. So I thought I'd take a little run down and have a look. And you come to the beach. Hello, beach. And the sea. And you can go in the sea. So if you're feeling a bit hot, have a little dip in the sea. So you can into the sea. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far, but yeah, that's the sea. Okay, now the point of coming down here was actually to come across over here. So this is where we just came down, and if you come over here, you come to a couple of guys sunbathing. So this guy's getting a tan, this guy's reading his book, but the key thing is this icon here. Kailua Surf it's called. So if you go to Kailua Surf and click, the surf rental will be available as a sightseeing tour stop. As I say, that seems not to be working, but hopefully that will get sorted, and will also improve your employee satisfaction. And when you click it, it says one of two. There is another one at, what's that place called? Esquinzo or something. Not been there, but there's another one there, so they are the two. So there's the beach. There's somebody sunbathing down there, a few people. Okay, so that's the beach and nice views around La Parade. So that's what you can do there, and it's well worth going down just to do that. And a lot of these locations in the game, I think things are not as obvious as you might think they would be. So you need to search around and find things, and this I found purely because I saw this walkway and thought, wonder if it's worth going down there. So there you go. So that discovered that place for me. So I think that's most things at the moment, but if you're having any particular issues with anything that doesn't seem to be going quite as you think, add a comment by all means. I'll have a look and see if I can resolve the issue, and if not, I'll happily raise it with TML on your behalf, because as I say, they are very quick at responding generally. The guy I have been in touch with is off for the rest of the year now until after Christmas, but I sent an email or a ticket yesterday and they responded this morning to something, so they're pretty quick at responding. So hopefully we can get answers to things, and I know there is another update coming very shortly which may well fix a number of the issues that have been raised. But yeah, that is La Parade, and that is a few things covered. I remember another one. Broken down buses. Now, I've seen things online when it first came out and people were looking at the beta before it was even released, saying, there's a broken down bus. If I drive out there, do I get a free bus? Well, no, you don't. But you don't go in this car either. So if I just get back in here, I'll just do a fast travel. Back to our office. So we'll just let it do that. Excuse me. Just take a drink. Dodgy throat. There you go, that should be better. Okay, so we're going back to our office. And here we are. Now, if you get a SMS saying there's a broken down bus, it may not necessarily be your company, it may be a totally different company, but you need to go in this vehicle, the CAGC vehicle, which is the automotive club repair vehicle basically. So you drive out to the bus, and when you get there, what you need to do is go very carefully around like that, particularly around the wheels. And what you'll see is a box pops up with a load of blue writing in for various part names. And if they're all blue, they're fine. So you keep going and go round until you find one that's not. Now normally it will say 0 of 1 if there's one fault with the bus. It could potentially say 0 of 2 if there's two faults. But as you go round, you will find something written in red. When you see the one written in red, you need to hold down your left mouse button. Don't just click it, actually hold it down. You'll see a red circle come up, and when that red circle goes down, hopefully that item that's red will turn blue. If it turns yellow, then you need to hold your left mouse button down again, go around the red circle again, and then it will go blue. Sometimes it takes 2 goes to fix it. But that basically is what you do. You go around the bus and you find wherever there are faults, and you hold down your left mouse button, and then it fixes it. Now what you do get, you don't get a free bus, it's not that easy, but you do get 30 or 40 euros. 40,000 euros, sorry. So 30 or 40 grand is well worth having from just zipping out and fixing somebody else's bus. So there's that you can do. So I'm just going to go back inside. I'm just going to have a look at what orders we've got. Just look at new orders. I was hoping there might be one to that Surf Kalula place. There's a shuttle service to the harbour at North. Don't pay a lot though. But there's an airport one. That's only one way. Surf Rental Kalula, there you go. So you could pick up people at La Gita Apartamentos and take them to that place I've just been to at La Parade. So that's where you get that job from. And as I said, if you accept this job, when you take it, let's say I'm going to do it in coach 1, and I say okay, it then makes me do it again. So this is for the return journey. Okay, so now I would do both legs of that journey. Okay, so I hope that helps and you're enjoying the game, and if you've got any other queries about anything that you think doesn't seem to be quite right, pop them in the comments. We'll raise them with TML and get everything sorted, hopefully. So I think it's developing well. I think it's going to be really good when everything's working, but it is absolutely superb and so detailed and so much to it, with all the containers and everything. It's a lot more than just driving buses. So, hope you're enjoying it. Take care, and I'll see you again. Bye.